Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have a small problem, but before we start to solve that problem in this video, I want to say that 2/3 of you guys, according to analytics, actually aren't subscribed to the channel yet. We're trying to hit 1K subs as fast as possible, so if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button right down below and turn on the bell notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a video, which is at least weekly. Aside from that, everything that I highlight in this video will be linked down in the description with a link to Amazon. Click that link if you're interested in these items. Purchase them through that link. Helps me out. I would appreciate it. Now let's get to the meat of this video. So I have found myself in a pretty interesting situation where I'm a part-time kayak angler and a part-time co-angler for tournaments. I'm trying to figure out the best way to organize my tackle. Let me show you what I'm working with right now. This is a standard milk crate that when I'm out on my kayak is usually how I take the majority of my tackle. It's pretty convenient because it fits right in the molded tank well of the kayak. It's easy to access, and let me show you what I keep inside. First, I keep these two Plano Edge 3700 size boxes. I have two, and there's really not a whole lot of organization to it because I only have two. I just put stuff where I can fit it. I keep some random soft plastics just kind of floating around in there. This is my terminal tackle box. This is the 3600 sized Guggen ice box collab with Bass Mafia. Now that I've got more terminal tackle, this has been perfect for it. And then I keep these two bait bags as well. One has all of my backstock and extra soft plastics, and one has the soft plastics that I'm probably going to be using that day or in the near future. I keep my tools in this JanSport fanny pack, and I got it kind of as a joke, but also because when I'm pond fishing or going, from the truck to the kayak, my crate is super full, so I kept all of my tools, my scale, even a Sharpie and a wacky rig tool, everything in this fanny pack, and I would just lay it on the front deck of my kayak and then put the tools that I was using in my cup holders. Okay, so from the kayak, it's not a big deal to take all of that tackle, all of those tools. I'm on my own, I can take whatever I can carry. But when I needed to transition from the kayak into co-angling, this is what I would have to do. This is actually a really sweet North Face backpack that my wife got me a few years ago. Got a little League of Legends keychain right here. Any Tristana mains out there? This is a really great backpack, and I use it every single day for work, for my computer, charger, headphones, books, everything like that. But when it comes to tackle, it's not the best, and I'll show you why. When I put my two 3700 size boxes in there along with the 3600 size ice box for my terminal tackle, I'm pretty much maxed out on space there. And then in order to get all my tools and stuff, I would take all of my electronic stuff out. I would pretty much max out this backpack with my tools. Well, it's empty now, so it's easy to fit in there. All of this plus all of my GoPro accessories. Navigating this backpack isn't the easiest when you're fishing from a boat. So my problem is that I wanted something that I could, in this season of angling, go back and forth from the kayak to co-angling to bank fishing all in one, and I think I solved it. Let me show you guys what I kind of landed on. Let me clean this up just a bit. It's a great thing about having a pickup truck is my bed doubles as a desk for me to shoot videos like this. All right, I moved things around to show you guys what I think is gonna solve my problem for tackle management for this season of angling that I'm in. So here it is, the Plano Guide Series 3600 sized tackle bag. I got this bad boy on sale at Amazon for just over 60 bucks. And remember, if you're interested in this bag or anything that I talk about in this video, you can get them from the links down below. Just to go over the bag features real quick, it's got this big front pocket that'll actually hold this little guy. This little guy is actually the same size as my old terminal tackle box when I didn't have very much. So that would fit down in there perfectly if I was still using it. What do you guys use these small boxes for? I actually don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. Currently, it houses my two unpainted baits from the challenge, and I'm going to put my custom baits in there just as a way to keep them safe. It has this waterproof little thing for your phone that's attached to this D-ring. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna take that straight out because when I'm on a boat, I have my phone in my pocket, or I can put it down in the pouch. And when I'm on the kayak, I have it tethered to my PFD at all times. So this is a really neat feature, but I'm gonna be taking that out. On both sides of the bag, it's got these big pockets that are pretty neat. You can fit some tools down in, really. I think this is gonna be great for putting like an extra spool of line and things like that. Forgot to mention on the front, it's got this MOLLE system kind of built in there so you can slide some more attachments. I'm actually thinking about putting like a sunglass holder on the front for me. There's also like a really thin flap on the back. I don't really know what you could fit in there. And then I watched Mr. Bass's video on this bag before I bought it. And he was saying that they say you can fit some tools in these little places like this, but it is a little too tight. I don't really know what would fit there. But one thing that's super cool about this bag is the top. They call this the drop zone. There's 3 areas. They're actually pretty decent sized magnets where if you want to take a tool or you want to take a lure off before you put it back in your bag, give it time to dry out, you can actually stick it to these magnets and it's pretty secure. It's not going to go anywhere. All right, and now for the meat of the bag, like the real reason I'm excited about this bag is how many 3600 size boxes it'll actually hold. So it's got the one on top laying like this, and then 4 more down below standing up. That's 5 3600 size boxes that this bag will hold. So for me, going out on a kayak or a day of co-angling, I don't think I really need 5 3600 boxes full. I think that would be everything I have and maybe a little bit room left. I'm also not a big fan of these boxes that it comes with. I mean, they're great and they serve a purpose, but everybody kind of knows these boxes are limited. It's got the big section over here. If you wanted to add the dividers, you have to spend some time clipping them with scissors. They never really come out right. So I'm not a huge fan of these boxes. So to make this work for me, here's what I did. Let me take all of these out so that I can show you what I'm working with. Okay, after taking all those boxes out, I forgot to mention how awesome the bottom is, especially when we talk about fishing in a kayak. Rarely does my kayak take on enough water where the water level would rise to actually meet the bag. So this should keep all of my stuff super dry on the inside. Gotta tell you though, the bag itself is not waterproof, so if it gets rained on, your stuff inside will probably get wet. So I went to Amazon and I picked up 3 of the Edge series, but the 3600 size. I watched one video that said 3600 was too small, and I watched another video that said 3700 was too big. So for me, going between kayaking and co-angling, where you can't take this giant milk crate full of stuff, I think 3600 is gonna be perfect for me for now. And then when I do get a boat, we'll probably move to 3700 because by that time I'll have God only knows how much tackle, but I'll have places to put it. Guys, I love these 3600 sized Plano Edge boxes. Really the Plano Edge series in general. It has a really nice latch. You can open it one-handed. You can fit baits in here, and it comes with these hard plastic dividers that you can put literally anywhere you want to really make these things work for you. One thing I don't have to show you in this video yet is they actually make a flex series where the interior is opened up and they give you different sizes so you can make different size compartments, because right now I have no way to really transport my spinner baits or my buzz baits. So that's something that I'm gonna be ordering probably today. So as you can see, I can fit my 3 Plano 3600 boxes and my terminal tackle box in here perfectly. And if I wanted or needed to, I could fit an entire another 3600 size box right here on top. I mean, let's just do it just to show you. Boom. Boom. If we needed to, we could have all of those in there. Now, for me, I'd rather just not carry the extra weight for no reason. But what I could do with this top here is lay like 2 to 3, 4 packs of soft plastics that I'm gonna be using immediately, or that I know I'm gonna use that day. But TJ, what are you gonna do about your soft plastics? Oh man, that's a great question. Here's what I have in mind. If you guys could see the back of my truck right now, there's just stuff everywhere. For soft plastics, I should only need 1 of these bait bags at a time, surely, until I learn otherwise. And so in my mind, I can just take one, set it on top here, and then use a cheap D-ring that I got from Walmart. I think it came in a pack of 2 for like $2. Put it through the handle, and then put it through the handle there, and you see it's attached. And if you carry it by the shoulder strap, it shouldn't go anywhere. And there you go, easy to and from the boat system. Soft plastics, hard plastics, and tools. So the pliers actually do fit nicely in this little wedge right here, and they're not going anywhere. So now I have a ton of tackle in the garage that is just kind of everywhere. I have another milk crate. I'm just gonna organize that a little bit so that if I need something, I can find it. And I'm gonna take my 2 3700 size boxes and get those down to my 3 3600 size boxes with a little bit more organization. Okay, so I actually ended up picking up one of the 3600 size Plano Edge Flex versions. And the reason I did this is because, like I mentioned earlier, I needed a way to take my spinner baits and buzz baits out with me. And as you can see, the inside of this is just completely blank, and they give you different size dividers, so you can really build out the inside of this box however you want to. I know that there are boxes out there specifically designed for spinner baits, buzz baits, things like that, but I wanted something that I could customize to take a few out there with me and to fit in the tackle bag that I already got. So let me get my spinners and buzzes in here, kind of organize it how I want to do it, get the bag ready, and fish a tournament with it this Saturday. And then I'll give you guys the full rundown. Hopefully I like this whole system that I just created, because I spent a little bit of money doing it. Remember, if you're interested in any of these products, you can actually click the Amazon links down below. Helps me out. Help me help you, so to speak. So let me get this built out. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then we're actually gonna hit the water with it this Saturday. Okay, obviously the system isn't perfect, but the way the Flex lets me lay this out is actually pretty cool. So I've got my Hummers or buzz baits all the way over here, and they have the full area, and you're able to piece these in however you want. So I've got a spot for my zingers and cycle baits and other full-size spinner baits here. I put this divider here so they don't wiggle around as much. And then I've got this spot for all of my mini zingers, which just came out, by the way, shopcrawls.com. I've got the little water wick thing here to help keep moisture out. And then I've got this little mini spinner bait right here that I have no idea where I even got it from, but it fits in there nicely. And I've got this little place up top empty for, you know, whatever I could fit in there. Remember, I'm a kayaker and a co-angler for bass tournaments. So when I'm fishing off somebody's boat, I can't take all of my tackle. It'd be nice to be able to carry a big box where all of my bladed baits are hanging up, but that's just not ideal for me right now. I'm already starting to see kind of the limitations of using 3600 size boxes with how kind of small they are. But the truth is, where I'm at now in fishing, if I needed to, I've got the 3700 size boxes and milk crates in the garage. So really, it's up to me to plan ahead and make sure that what's in the boxes when I hit the water is exactly what I need. So I'm gonna pack all this stuff up, and we're gonna go hit the water. Oh, let's...
Right where we're at 16 feet, and you can see the bank that drops off. Right at that drop off is where some of them should be hanging out. Oh, 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 oh. It's not so good today. Man, there were 100 birds out here the other day, and they were really turned on.
Yep. Well, let's see. Not steak night, but wing night. They have like I want to say they have like eight different flavors. It's pretty good. Wait, did you say the Shriners? Yeah. I meant the VFW. Is that the same? Is that the same thing? Oh, okay, I've never been to the Shriner thing.
take like Lonnie, he's been our bass club. He takes us a long time, but when he got out the club and he's going shine.
All right, guys, I've been using this tackle setup for a few trips now. One trip out fun fishing, one trip actually out for a co-angling tournament. Still haven't got my kayak fixed, so I haven't been able to actually put it on the kayak, but I think it's gonna be really great. So let me show you guys the things that I love about it and some of the things that I already see that could be a problem. Okay, so overall, I really do like this bag, but before I get into the pros and cons, remember, click the Amazon links down in the description below. It helps me out if you're interested in buying any of the gear that I talk about in this video. My favorite thing so far is just how easy it is to navigate. My tools fit perfectly in the pouches. I keep my cull tags up front. I put my wallet and phone down in here while I was fishing. I found myself actually using the drop zone up top, these 3 magnets, a lot, especially when I was fishing a tournament. The fishing was pretty brutal, and so we were retying a lot, and what I would do is when I would retie, I would put my wet lures and hooks up here, and by the time I was ready to retie again, these would be dry and be ready to put back in the tackle boxes inside. As far as the inside goes, like, I don't really keep these in a specific order. Towards the end of the day, we were using shaky heads and wacky rigs. So I was actually accessing this box more, so I kept it on top. And earlier in the day, we were throwing a lot of different things. So what I keep on top was being changed out the whole time, but all of these boxes just fit perfectly in here. They're really well secured. It's easy to carry. Overall, I'm really happy with this system. I actually forgot my sunglasses in the truck the day of the tournament, which really sucked. So putting a little molly pocket up here to fit like an extra pair of sunglasses is actually a must. So the one downside that I have found to this system that's super easy to carry, super easy to haul around and work with, is I don't have room for my rain suit. So if it is gonna be a rainy day out on the water and I'm co-angling, I need to figure out a good way to carry my stuff that's not gonna be in the way. Now, I kept this at my feet in the floorboard area of the boat, which is totally fine. And most boaters will allow you the hatch behind your seat, which had plenty of room. I could have shoved my rain suit down in if I had taken it, but I'm thinking as far as transporting it to and from the boat, I need to find a good bag or something to be able to put that stuff in. So if you guys have any kind of comments or questions or suggestions on this interesting season of being a kayak and a co-angler and everything in between, sometimes hitting the ponds, sometimes beating the banks, if you guys have any suggestions or questions about how maybe I can upgrade this and make it even more user-friendly, I would love to have that conversation in the comments. And one more time, I have to ask, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click subscribe. It helps me out. We're really trying to grow this channel significantly this year. And also want to invite you, Monday nights, we do a live stream right here on the channel where we talk about filming, fishing, and everything in between when it comes to content creating around the fishing community. As always, guys, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys very, very soon on the next one.